Today, we're going to cut through all the noise around cryptocurrency. We're using the encyclopedia, The World of Coins and Tokens, as our guide. So whether you're just getting your feet wet or maybe you're looking to invest, we're going to give you a really solid foundation for understanding this whole new financial world. You know, this quote from the book's foreword just nails it, right? This isn't just some new tech trend. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we think about money and value. It's a move away from central control and towards individual empowerment. And honestly, getting that one idea is the key to everything else we're going to talk about. All right, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the big picture of this new financial era. Then we'll demystify the core tech that makes it all tick. After that, we'll unpack the different kinds of digital assets, show you how to get involved safely, and finally, we'll talk about what's next, the risks and the rewards. First up, the big picture. We are absolutely living in a new financial era. The very concept of money is shifting. It's moving away from the control of big banks and governments and towards something that's digital, global, and decentralized. To really get where we're going, it helps to see where we've been. I mean, money has always been evolving, right? We went from trading goats to using physical coins to paper money run by banks. Then came online banking and mobile payments. So you see, cryptocurrency isn't some weird fluke. It's just the next logical chapter in that story, a system that's truly digital from the ground up. So if this is the next step, what's actually powering this whole revolution? Well, that brings us to the two big ideas, crypto and blockchain. These terms get thrown around all the time, so let's just break them down, plain and simple. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with this one crucial idea, decentralization. See, in our normal system, a bank or a government is the boss. They're in charge. In the world of crypto, that power is spread out across thousands of users on a network. What does that mean? It means no single person or company can shut it down, freeze your money, or just decide to change the rules on you. That is the game changer. And because it's decentralized, we can do something really powerful. Peer-to-peer transactions, or P2P. It basically means you can send money, or any kind of value, directly to another person, anywhere in the world. No more waiting on a bank or a payment processor to act as the middleman. The result? Things happen way faster, they're often cheaper, and it's truly global. But wait a minute. If there's no bank, how do we trust it? How does it all stay secure? Well, that is the magic of the blockchain. The easiest way to think of it is like a global digital notebook that's shared across the entire network. Every single transaction gets recorded in a block, and that block is then cryptographically chained to the one before it. Once it's on there, it can't be changed or deleted. It's permanent. That makes the whole system transparent and incredibly hard to cheat. So how does a network with no boss agree on anything? That's the job of what we call consensus mechanisms. The two main ones you hear about are proof of work and proof of stake. Proof of work, which Bitcoin uses, is kind of like a super competitive math competition. Computers, or miners, race to solve puzzles to validate transactions. It's unbelievably secure, but it uses a ton of energy. The other big one is proof of stake. Here, users lock up their own crypto. They stake it for a chance to be chosen to validate transactions. It's a newer way of doing things that's a lot faster and way more energy efficient. Okay, so we've got a decentralized network, it's secured by a blockchain, but what are we actually sending back and forth? Let's open up the digital asset toolbox, because believe me, it is not all just coins. This is so important to get. Not all crypto is the same. There are three main flavors. First, you have cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. They're designed to be digital money. Simple enough. Then you have utility tokens. Think of these like an access pass or an arcade token. You need them to use a specific service or platform. And finally, you've got security tokens, which are basically digital versions of real-world assets, like owning a share of a company or a piece of real estate. Each one has a totally different job. Knowing what all this stuff is, well, that's one thing. But how do you actually jump in and participate in this market? Let's get practical and talk about how to navigate it all safely. Getting started really boils down to 4 key steps. 1, get yourself a digital wallet. You can get a hot wallet that's online and convenient, or a cold one that's offline for maximum security. 2, use a well-known, reputable exchange to buy your first crypto. 3, and please listen closely because this is non-negotiable, secure your assets. Strong passwords, 2-factor authentication. And I'm going to say it again, never, ever share your private keys with anyone. And finally, number 4, start small. just start with an amount you'd be okay with losing. Think of it as your tuition for learning how this new world works.
Okay, so once you're in the market, you've got to think about the future. And yeah, this space has incredible, mind-blowing potential, but it is so important to balance that excitement with a very clear-eyed look at the risks.
Unfortunately, where there's opportunity, there are scammers. You've got to watch out for things like phishing emails trying to trick you into giving up your private keys. If anyone promises you guaranteed high returns, that is a massive red flag. It's likely a Ponzi scheme. The golden rule here is pretty simple. Always double-check everything, be super skeptical of anything that sounds too good to be true, and guard your information like it's gold. So how do you do this the smart way? You need a toolkit of principles. It all starts with doing your own research. You'll see the acronym DYOR everywhere. It just means don't trust some random person online, dig in and understand what you're buying. Only invest what you can truly afford to lose. Spread your investments around to manage risk. And maybe most importantly, have a plan and stick to it. Because in a market this volatile, making decisions based on emotion is almost always the wrong move.
And that brings us to the biggest question of all. We've seen that this is way more than just a new asset. It's the foundation for a whole new economy being built right now in front of our eyes. Yes, it's complex, and yes, it's risky, but it's also packed with opportunity. The future of finance is being written as we speak. So the only real question left is, how will you participate?